Who's going to get their timing right? Line to the right-hand side of our screen will turn white when we're good to go. United States winded up. Switzerland winded up. New Zealand at the top of the line are so fast. Ooh, brilliant from Dylan Fletcher and Emirates Great Britain. He's going to lead at Mark 1 from here in New Zealand. Well, they're going to be on the outside of the bend, and it's going to be hard for Burling and co. They're going to need to be very, very fast. Early manoeuvre coming for Emirates Great Britain.
At mark number 1, it's the home team, Emirates GBR, that have the lead.
Oh, look how fast the Kiwis have gone there as well. Rockwool Denmark, though, aggressive. Sehested holds them wide. Spain dive on the inside. And now right of way New Zealand, Switzerland. Oh, that was an aggressive turn in front there, but the Kiwis have just kept it round the outside. Spain are entitled to rune inside Switzerland here, but they probably choose to go straight and keep themselves in some space.
Well, here was the start one more time. Keep your eye on Spain on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, right on the inside, and that's what they've done quite well this season. Is often your position at Mark 1 can be, you know, third, fourth or fifth, but it's whether you can then decide your own tactics, and to do that you want to be on the inside. Wow, look how close that was, Italy. Ruggiero Tita had to make a really dramatic move. As we can see, it's getting a bit loose on board the Spanish boat. That's an unforced error. They got a bit too high on the foil. Joel Rodriguez there just flying the boat a little high.
And what a way to start off your home regatta. Race number 1 at the Emirates Great Britain Sail Grand Prix Portsmouth goes the way of the home team. Emirates GBR take the win. Pete Burling and company showing their class. They take second. Rockwool Denmark, they needed those points in a big-time way.
All about timing now before that line turns white. Canada could sneak out the bottom of the line, and the Bonds Flying Rouge are going to be fast.
This is the umpires. Early start penalty, Germany.
Oh, Germany have got to go right to the back of the pack, and they look like they were really early. Oh, here we go. Italy are going to lead here at Mark 1. Ruggiero Tita, this could be huge for the Italians as they get to Mark 1, and they're going to have control of the race course.
At mark number 1 in race number 2, it's Red Bull Italy and Ruggiero Tita, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, that has the lead.
2, 1. He lost a lot doing that. 2, 1. Angle.
Look how tight is in the pack there.
Yeah, all the way.
Oh, it got loose though. They flew too high. That round up there, it's so easy to put too much lift on the main foil. Raz Costa normally so good at judging those round ups, but he had a little bit too much lift on there, overloaded the rudders, and the whole thing span out.
So here we go, race number 2, and we haven't said this since Chicago. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Swiss. Sebastian Snyder and Switzerland get the win in race 2 here in Portsmouth.
Oh, that's some Emirates winning moment for the Swiss team there, and as you say, it's been a long time between drinks for the Swiss team on those race wins, so they're going to be happy with that. But Dylan and crew, wow, they're going to be happy. They did such a good job after race 1.
And their CEO, Jimmy Spidhill's going to be very happy with what Red Bull Italy did. They had a great start, and they hold on for a 3rd place finish. That's huge points for the Italians.
Start to wind it up the line here. There's going to be a gap through the middle for the Brits, I think. Looking for this line to turn white. Looking for the timing.
Oh, I think the Brazilians
this is
early.
the umpires. Early start penalty, Brazil and USA.
Brazil and USA, they were way early here, and I think we're going to see New Zealand and Spain at the bottom end of the line. They're going to be on the inside of the turn at Mark 1. I think the Kiwis are going to lead from here. Spain makes some space. Expect Botin to spin it hard at Mark 1.
Your board, and Tim, go down. Board, 3, 2, 1.
Little slow for the Spanish. They've opened the door for the Swiss again. I'm staggered. He did such a good job of setting himself up, and then he was late dropping the board. Has he given the Swiss an overtake?
The wheels really light, coming back in 5. 1, turning up.
How about this battle right now? But this is for positions 5 and 6, and it's the Bonds Flying Rouge and Tom Slingsby to get the inside of Rockwool Denmark, so they will hold on to 5th place. Denmark drops to 6th, and then Red Bull Italy comes into 7th, with US SailGP back in there in 8th. Race number 3 in the English Channel goes the way of the Kiwis as the Black Foils take the win here in Portsmouth. So a great run for the Swiss if they can bring this one home and take that second. Not too shabby for the hometown team. Emirates GBR, Dylan Fletcher, remember, started today off with a big win, and he's going to back it up with race number 3 with a third.
You know what, I think they'll be the happiest with this one because they were not good at Mark 1. And if you're in the pack, that's where you can easily get stuck. The fact they've managed to overtake 4 boats just from good manoeuvres, sailing quite clean round the course, you know, I think they'll be really, really happy with this race. New Zealand well positioned at the moment here. The Ruse, well, they've got some space, and Slingsby is going to be able to wind it up from here if he can keep his timing right. They look a little late on board Canada. North Star Canada having a shocker today. Here we go, looking for that line to turn white. Slingsby's going to swing it down here. All about acceleration. Watch for the go. Perfect from the Ruse, and Slingsby, when he needs to pull a rabbit from a hat, he's done it because they need a good race here, and the Ruse are going to lead at Mark 1.
Okay, let's stand by there.
So as they approach mark number 1, it is the Bonds Flying Ruse of Australia and Tom Slingsby, the winners of the second event of the season, New Zealand. They are off and running.
Yeah, here we go. We've got that race to the final at the moment, and this is a massive race for Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand look home and dry for the final. I know it was a bit early to say that, and Australia struggling, but you get a good race win, and New Zealand back in 11th. They're last of all the boats that are still currently racing, and you can see Australia scrape into the final as it stands. Long way to go, but one thing that is a fact is that British boat are loving it on home water.
So the fans can get on their feet and tip their hat. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Bonds Flying Ruse and their driver, Thomas David Slingsby.
Going forward down.
That's some good research you got yourself in there, Todd. David, there you go. I did not know that.
Good day.
Really great day right there. Look at the number of Union Jacks that are out as they bring it across, much to the delight of the fans. It turned out on a picture-perfect day here on day number 1. It is Dylan Fletcher and company. They cross the line.
Look at that crowd. I mean, it's just awesome, isn't it?
Nice ride, Nico.
Red Bull Italy, they will cross the line in a top 3 position. Germany, Deutsche Bank will finish in 4th. And Mubadala Brazil and Martini Grail, they will finish in top 5.
It's all about acceleration now. Look for the black foils to wind it up. North Star Canada well positioned now. Looking for the line to turn right. Who's got it right? Perfect from North Star Canada out the middle, and they're going to be able to drop the hammer from here. Giles Scott's going to wind it up and send it towards Mark 1. And there go the black foils on the charge.
No need for elbows out for the Canadians as they hit mark number 1 in first place. They get the whole shot. The Kiwis sit in second place. Germany, Deutsche Bank in third, and on the inside, it's Emirates GBR who control that position. And if there wasn't already enough traffic furniture out there with the channel markers, the U.S. now sitting right in the middle, so you have to avoid them as well as they are dead in the water.
There we go. New Zealand got to keep clear of Canada here. They will be looking to turn right in front. I think the black foil's slow to react there. They've opened the door for the Canadians. Oh, but they've timed it well. Burling, I shouldn't have questioned that. Perfect from the black foil. Slam dunk on top of the Canadian boat as they round gate 3. Look at these points, Todd, though. If it stays like this and that race to the final,
this is the umpires. Penalty Switzerland, not giving room at the boundary, go behind France.
Ooh,
that's going to cost.
Switzerland, you've got to avoid the mistakes out there today. We saw that meeting, didn't we? They've called in a bit of time with Roger Federer, you know, and that's a bit like hitting an unforced error on a tennis court there. You could have seen that coming a little bit early. He will have learnt a lot from talking to Roger Federer, but Roger Federer did not make the simple mistakes. Bonds Flying Ruse are right back in the game here. What is Slingsby going to be able to conjure up? He looks like he's going to manage to magic up a right turn, but no, the Swiss shut the door. It's getting very, very busy at that bottom turn. Bonds Flying Ruse are on a charge, and that battle between Australia and Switzerland, wow, the Swiss have just got themselves right back into the fight with that mistake they made on the downwind. Hugely costly downwind for the Swiss team. That's so disappointing for them.
On Super Sunday, race number 1, the Emirates winning moment goes the way of the black foils and the Kiwis. They strike first on Sunday.
Oh, there you go. That's one for the fans there. The fans are going to be no doubt happy seeing Burling and co bring it across the line in first place. And look at this, Italy missed the mark. They've been forced wide. They're having to do an extra manoeuvre, all 3 boats off the foils. These are foiling F50s here, so they've all misjudged their rounding. Italy.
Oh, this is going to be a touch.
Oh, Martini needs to not cause a collision and just press the protest button. Now they go. Goodison calls for them to push up. Italy must keep clear here. And the Swiss, well, this could be absolute reprieve for the Swiss here. They've made a real mess of the middle of that race, but there's a parking lot at the final turn. Looking for that line to turn white here.
Come down, big time.
Oh, Brazil early. That's going to be a penalty. The Swiss have got a great start and Italy have got a great start, but Switzerland are going to need to go very, very fast to get around the outside.
Early start penalty, Brazil. Delayed starters, New Zealand and Germany.
Oh, the Swiss have done
Spain.
it. Schneider, wow, absolutely nailed that so fast to get over the top. He's in second, and well, the French are back with a bang.
Brazil, your penalties to go behind all boats.
Oh, Craig Mitchell dealing out a tough card for the Brazilians.
Big call by the French here. Every other race this event, we've seen people take a left turn. Italy are going to lead out the left turn, and it's really tight in the middle. Rockwell Denmark with a little flip-flop jibe happening there. Had to avoid Emirates Great Britain. Dylan Fletcher once again has got himself back in the race, and North Star Canada off the foils as well.
Now this is the umpires. Penalty Australia relative Canada, not giving room at the obstruction.
Wow.
Chief umpire Craig Mitchell, a busy man today.
Oh my Lord, Australia relative Canada. That's unbelievable.
Here it is.
Here we go. So Canada right of way boat. Oh my days. Whoa, look at that, unbelievable. They did so well to avoid a collision there. And the Australians were on the inside of that. See them top right of our shot there. They were way out of that. Huge penalty for the Rouge. They've got to go all the way back behind Canada. Race to the final, and look at that. New Zealand are in, but they're behind Switzerland. A big gap on New Zealand to Australia, though, for the Swiss. That is absolutely huge, as we see a massive incident for the Spanish. Got really high off the foils here. Here we go, we're going to have a little replay here on board Spain, and let's watch here. They get the boat really low in the water, and they're going to turn away from the wind right now, and then look at that. They really put the bow down so hard, and they just come to an absolute stop. They're really struggling here, high in the water, and then look at that. A lot of air around the foils, and they come down with a serious bump.
Race number 6, the second race on Super Sunday. We missed them yesterday, but they reintroduced themselves to the fans here. And the Emirates winning moment goes the way of Team France. Second place will go to the Red Bull Italy squad. Ruggero Tita, as we mentioned, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 4-time NACRA world champion. The Italians take second. And third place, another surprising team having a great run here in Portsmouth, is Sebastian Schneider, and the Swiss, they will take third.
The New Zealand or the French here at the bottom of the line, looking for that line to turn white. The boats are going to wind up. Here we come into the start now. Australia are too close. Burling spins it down, but it's going to be Delapierre. Perfect again out the bottom of the line. The French are going to take some beating from here, and Seb Schneider on board the Swiss. Wow, the Swiss fans are going to go wild, because they're going to be in a good place at Mark 1 once again.
Mark number 1, and it is France that roll around. They push the Swiss to the outside. North Star Canada also in the fight.
Now we have to wait for Kiwi step.
Tom Slingsby looking for speed there. Here we go. This will be tight.
Oh, Seb, that's a
my goodness.
Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that. We had the rights to go on the inside. That was so tight. Be interesting to hear if anything happens from that incident there. So he's got space now. It's going to work out for them long term, but that was beyond brave by the Swiss there.
Oh, I think the Germans have caught the mark there.
Oh no.
Germans off the foil. I think maybe they caught something there.
2, 1.
Switzerland needs to avoid any incident with the Australians. They could turn, and they've got to be confident of crossing ahead. Slingsby will hunt him. Slingsby needs to park him up. Oh, that's a big cross there. That was a punchy call. That'll be a question asked, no doubt. Find out if they're clear ahead, whether or not a penalty goes on that Swiss boat. I think they were clear, but they're putting a lot more risk in than perhaps they need to. Great moment for the Swiss. They just need to stick this one more manoeuvre at the bottom. The Australians will have one last chance to dive inside, but they need more than just to overtake the Swiss. I don't see it happening for the Bonds Flying Rouge from here.
Attention back to the finish line. The Emirates winning moment once again goes the way of the Kiwis. Peter Burling and his squad get the win in race number 7. Quentin Delapierre backs up their win in race number 6 with a second in race number 2. So just like that, they pick up 19 points in just 2 races sailed. North Star Canada will come in 3rd on the final race.
There's not easy sailing conditions. It won't be as tight as this. This was so brave by the Swiss. The Great Britain team here turn the boat towards the line. Swiss are coming in fast. New Zealand are going to be slow. It's all about timing now. How's your timing, Seb Schneider at the bottom of the line? Line goes wide, and he's absolutely nailed that on board the Swiss boat. The Kiwis were late, and the British team are going to struggle to get over the top from here. Got to keep clear of the Swiss team, but they are not overlapped. Will Fletcher be brave and spin the boat down in front of the Swiss?
And at mark number 1 in the event final, Dylan Fletcher plays it smart, gives room to the Swiss and Seb Schneider. Peter Burling's not out of this just yet, but this is a shortened race, so we'll see how that all plays out. But it is the Swiss that have the controlling position right now as they line themselves up to gate 2.
I reckon the Swiss and the British could get real slow here before the mark. Could be an opportunity for the Kiwis to come in fast around the outside.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like the Swiss, are they working down to a jibe to take that right turn?
They are, but they're making a meal of it. They've gone way wide. The black foils are going to be right back in this here. They were very slow for that manoeuvre on Switzerland there. Great Britain split the course, and now we've got a split, and the black foils are back in it.
3, 2, 1. Hey, witness, we got 1 and in.
Yeah, they're going to go right turn here at the top here, the British, but so are the Kiwis. That's been the favoured move all day. We got another split, Lisa. We're going to ask you to make the call again. Which way do you like out of this top markers? New Zealand lead at gate 3.
Well, I do like where New Zealand's going right now, but I think long-term, Switzerland's going to be in a stronger position.
And there you see the Rolex chasing time. It is Emirates GBR trying to track down the black foils and Pete Burling. The Kiwis have an 8-second lead right now, but we've seen that evaporate so quickly on these courses. This is going to come down to just a few maneuvers, Hannah Diamond. Can you stick it when you most need it?
British have right of way. Burling needs to stick this. Here we go, big moment. Comfy ahead for me there, clear cross. That was well judged, but my lord, that was brave. Swiss are off the foils, Todd. They've got a problem. So this is a straight one-on-one match race here, but massive gain on the right turn. A lot less distance sailed for the black foils here. We're hearing the Swiss are out, so it's a straight fight. Can Emirates Great Britain give the home fans something to cheer?
Problems on board the Swiss boat, so they are done. They will finish in 3rd overall, but the battle is on now. Who will take home the top prize here in Portsmouth? The winners of the Emirates Great Britain Sail Grand Prix in Portsmouth. It will be the Kiwis, the black foils. It is your Emirates winning moment.
Boom, indeed, Todd. That was clinical, and they looked like they'd made a bit of a mistake at the start as the fireworks go off in the background. It's all happening on Portsmouth seafront there. What a shot that is. Great result for Emirates Great Britain. But yeah, amazing race, just clinical from the black foils.
To get into the European League with a win is something we're really proud of, and looking forward to continue to build from here. Yeah, a bit disappointed by the start, to be honest. Thought we had a little bit more time to kill on that leeward end than we ended up with. So it was a bit frustrating to I suppose, give away an easy start like that. But kind of knew with the course we were always going to be in with a hunt, and you just had to sail clean and pick the shifts well, which we did, and really pleased the way the group did that.
And it will be New Zealand. This is the season standings as New Zealand now moves into 1st place over Spain in the Bonds Flying Roos. Remember, Spain was in 1st place coming into this one. Bonds Flying Roos, they stay in 2nd place, but it's New Zealand now that goes from 3rd to 1st. So look at this, New Zealand, the Bonds Flying Roos, and Spain.